Hello. Hello. And these are the leftovers here behind the door.
Right?
Yes.
We'll think together now about where to move the pile. Tell me, is this your work?
Thank you very much.
Well, honestly, I already feel quite fine, and I really, truly want to see you here with me by my side. Let's settle down somewhere together. Just the two of us. Yes, absolutely, I do, for sure.
No, I'll end up here.
Oh, looks like it. Great. From the look of it, it seems like there's more space in the kitchen, or even... I hear it at the table. Of course, I didn't really want something like this here. You know, something fancy. That's not how we planned it. I just didn't do it because I... With you?
Yes. Subtitles created by Dima Torzok.
That's us together. Those are pretty massive photo shoots. Was that ball for you or something? The black one, it's not on. It's just that the circuit breaker turned it off, so you just need to turn it on. They switched off the power with the breaker.
Yeah, well, for now, everything is empty. It's just not recommended to plug it into the socket.
To plug it in... This is that stone, right? I don't get it. Stone. It looks really impressive.
Yeah, that's how it is.
And all the equipment is turned off for now, right?
Well, the circuit breakers.
They turned off the breakers, so the stove is working, and we'll show everything.
Great, I turned everything off everywhere. Yeah, this one isn't cheap. Same for me.
Well, this is for this one, and for the new one, basically, I can't see.
Well, with the sink, there was something there. Yeah, we had something there, but otherwise, it's complicated.
And this is a filter, right? No, that's a dispenser. Oh, I see how the dispenser goes there. Smolsky. Me. Well, that's only in the morning, but damn, thanks.
Yesterday, I was walking there. I look, everything is kind of half done. Well, damn, and that's it.
It seems like it's really not enough for them.
But I live in a house, and of course, everything is a bit different for me. This winter was different, not like last year, and...
But the chairs are more fluffy, and the chairs have a denser feel. It motivates Ban a lot.
In the field. Well, the way he figures it out... And on the outside, it's also completely different, not for mistakes either. To be continued? It's necessary.
They showed me such a reason as a factor that turns it on.
I suppose the person here, this whole story on the floor is now off without them, and that's it.
It's more compact when turning.
And everything is already prepared in advance, but on the balcony it somehow comes in, right? Yes, yes. This is quite a story, guys.
I was honestly just in shock.
But it shouldn't have happened like this. You should have told me that here, on this side, it doesn't make sense to do a panorama, and...
We could have started from here. It's just that, well, a panorama by itself implies admiration for the floor. But we did everything according to the project.
Yes, but in your project, there's a gift. In the project. But not on the second one. So, you know, for the future, if there are similar cases, there's really just no point at all in doing a panorama. It honestly could have been done only up to here. And here, a closed one. And here well, there are curtains here anyway, you know, people. Curtains, because you see the cornice isn't built in. Well, all of these are beautiful, but to be honest, as I see it, they might not look as good anymore. So maybe, I suppose, it's definitely worth mentioning that.
And here what's amazing is that after them it doesn't hug very well, but at night the color is even more beautiful.
And this turns on.
But it's not at its maximum.
Stop you.
Again.
It's very heavy. All the doors are really heavy. You need to go all the way. And now you have to get behind this one too. You almost never get it right the first time. Well, that's just how it is, I guess. Well, I remember a lot.
Well, what is there? Damn it, I get it. I really do understand, you know. I don't know, honestly. I just don't know, really. And this? What about this, maybe, actually?
You can see it. Pigeons.
The main thing is that later he doesn't send us away with that blue pig.
Far away.
With what pig? Will he say it was you? Well, they choose themselves. Oh, it's all on the chassis?
Look, see, the mattresses we ordered?
Aren't great, no, but they'll still stick out a little everywhere. Over there. Well, that's okay. But in principle, if the cover has elastic, then you can. Of course, it's a pity, little one.
The white tables, honestly, I'm really afraid he'll mess them up.
Upwards like this.
Yeah, especially if it's warm there.
Well, like if it's for winter, then that's it, that's all. You could even use vacuum bags or something. If there's underfloor heating, then it would be perfect. Here too, they were blocked for that. On samples of such shapes, particularly in these specific cases, the material is genuinely quite motivating. Thank you.
And do you ever have such renovation options?
Where are the doors? Without this? I'm going my day. That's what I'm interested in. A bit bigger, yes. The table is a little bigger.
Yes, a little bigger.
Well, here and... Well, yeah. I thought, it seems to me, in your room it's also a bit bigger.
No, in my room, on the contrary, it's small. I actually didn't look.
Did you see a small one? Which one is it?
This one's a bit bigger. Well, this is Vika.
She has a table there that's not that size, not the same.
I see. Yeah.
Yeah, we have that there. Because there are wardrobes here, probably. It's because of the wardrobes.
Just how it looks visually.
There's a mirror in the corner. The room looks finished, I think, because of this display.
Well, perhaps... I thought you were going to take all of this for yourself.
No, I didn't want to take it from you. That wasn't my intention from the start.
And over there, in that direction, all of this gradually opens up towards you, as you can see. Ah, yes, that way. You could just throw a bunch of candy wrappers in there.
She loves that.
Well, no, it's just simple.
They only ever remember that. To be continued.
I think that should be enough for her. Look, she has clothes, but she's not really that much of a shopaholic. And by the time she actually becomes more and more of a shopaholic, by the time she really turns into one, she'll be kicked out of the house. Makes sense.
I'll move in with you. Why? What do you mean, why? Let her take me to the clinic.
You have an apartment right across the street. No, but it's actually good that this is on this side. Really, it is.
But here, the same thing opens up too.
You can just use a cloth for all of this.
You just wipe it with a cloth and that's it. With a wet wipe.
It was just some sticker from the furniture.
And did you choose this dark color yourself? It's exactly the color itself.
She chose it, but I was the one who actually matched it, of course. But for that meeting about this, Vitya and I went together. I said, feel it. Why? Feel it, I told you. And this one, as far as I could tell, it was definitely the softest, and it was also considered to be one of the more expensive materials available on the market.
Anti-vandal fabric.
Yes. Come on, people sleep together on beds like this. 1.20 meters wide?
Yes.
1.20 meters. And mine is 1.60 meters. I need to think about it. And the walls are the same everywhere. These ones too. All of these can be washed too, right?
Yes, with paint.
No, that's definitely not from hiding.
What do you mean?
This one? Oh, I thought you meant from this side. All these things. And this one too. And here a basin.
No, well, a basin goes there.
Well, you can put it there. That's actually cool. That's a good option, I think. Really, well, you know.
This is the bottom, that's the washing machine, that's the dryer. This is the glass. Do you remember this particular option? Yeah, I actually have one just like that at home, but mine doesn't move at all. It just stays in place. It's still pretty new, honestly, since I only got it recently, because the old one used to get really, really green over time. It would get so green, in fact, that it was hard to even see through it sometimes.
Ah, you can put it here.
See, it really spins. Just look at that. A small sink.
But what am I supposed to do? Well, that's it. What, you don't want to do laundry?
I don't do laundry.
That's the second and third shelf. The first one is a false front on purpose. The siphon.
There's a lot here too. I think we wanted this for laundry, like a basket to throw things in there.
Well, you can put some detergents in there. There's a lot of space here too. See, all these gels. I saw this on the internet. So, in general, everything works here.
Can you tell me what I should do? Now that we're moving in, I need to call those, what are they called?
Yeah, I'll give you the number.
Those guys. They need to install new meters. That's all of it.
No, the meters are installed.
They have to.
The seals.
Will you provide the documents for the meters?
Everything there?
They need to seal them. They need to record the new readings, check the meter documents, record the new readings, and seal them. And that's it. And they'll submit it themselves. No, you yourself. They don't submit it. You will have to go there yourself. No, that's the housing office. That's for water. This housing office. Northern Tushino. You'll go there. I'll tell you where. And you'll hand in copies of the documents here, showing that you changed the meters. What's this? Here are the readings. Yes, these are for hot water.
Before this, there was a system here where...
Look, red with red, these are for hot and cold water. What's this? But you don't need to mess with the pressure here. If something suddenly goes wrong, in that situation, you just get in touch with a specialist for assistance. No, I mean, you know, sometimes we have neighbors there.
They've already sold the apartment.
There are other neighbors now. We don't know who lives there now. It's just that maybe when you were removing those mirrored ceilings that used to be here, yes, maybe you saw mold or leaks there. Because there was a family living there. They had 3 kids. And they would all splash around in the bathroom at the same time. And yes, the water would just run right down the mirror. We went to talk to them many times, asked them.
It wasn't the kids, it was her husband who would do a swim once a week.
They had that kind of bathtub there and that kind of overflow drain. What's it called?
Just like that.
Just gently press it with just one finger. That's all you need to do. And is this shelf functional too? Well, just press it, that's all. Press it with your palm. I think I'm pressing too deep.
Press harder.
Wait, this is a cabinet. Well, we also use it for all sorts of things like toilet paper, I don't know, whatever else. This... too, you see this one? That's why this installation is always removed if it's not a regular toilet.
I would choose one like that. I really like the square one, to be completely honest. You see, I just didn't actually want any of these round, old-fashioned, outdated ones. And here's the light. Choosing a toilet was definitely a first for me.
And here too, right? All sorts of stuff like that?
Yes. Well, that's the siphon in the bathroom in case it ever needs to be cleaned out. On the ceiling and to the right.
Well, that's right. There should be access points like that. How? How does that work? No, I get it. Everyone go to sleep. Of course, when the renovation is fresh, everything looks really nice. That's it, yeah. Then kids move in here, wild ones like ours, and that's when it all starts. There's a big closet here too. You can put something in it. And do you have to pay for the mirror? So, is that an electric meter, just to be sure?
Those are circuit breakers. These are breakers.
But you'll turn it on for me and that's it. I won't have to touch anything, right?
Everything will be labeled here. Everything is labeled with stickers everywhere. For example, the cooktop is off right now and the refrigerator is off.
Okay, Mom, I got it. Basically, everything is labeled. Otherwise, they like to come here and mess with things. Well, this color, the color of the bed, is exactly the same as my sofa in the living room. It's a bit grayish, just a little bit. Is your sofa in the living room red-brown? No, it's more of a brownish color. It's not brownish at all, it's gray. But it does look just a little bit brownish. Mine is like that too. Did you see those little clock things? A lot of people think they're clocks. At the bottom, like a clock. I think it's a clock. Yeah, I got it. It's that one. Of course it's made that way. Did you see what kind of wardrobe I have? No. Did you see this system? Ah, well, honestly, I don't really know how it works. Just pull it towards you. She has a good immunizer. Just pull it towards you. You hang something and it closes like this. But it's really convenient. It closes by itself. Cool. Well, the wardrobe isn't very big. I think it won't be enough for you. Well, it's just...
It's heavy. Yeah, just here. Just not my things. Yeah, I get it. But I still feel like it's not enough. They didn't do anything like some other shelves like the ones kids have in their rooms.
Something like that on the wall.
I feel like there's not much storage anywhere. For the girls. And this poof is also really cute. Does it have the same system too? No, it doesn't have the same one. So here are all the instructions. The manual, the warranty card, and the coupon. Everything is right here, all in one place, everything you might need. You'll need to get some kind of box with a lid. Put it in a container and store it, for example, on the balcony. What else did I want to ask? Do I need to do anything with the electrical system, like call an electrician to do something? No, you just submit the meter readings and that's it. And how does this thing work?
Look, I can leave now and call. So the entryway downstairs is already powered. So if someone comes, they can call, the call will come here, there won't be a video, but the call will go through. You can press the key button and it will open. You can answer. Something.
So the video will be from here, but there won't be any downstairs.
Because it's just a call. So you can say something here and I can hear it down there. Or I can say, great. Yes, great. All right, sounds good.
Okay, I got it. So let's move on. What about the documents?
So what are your impressions overall?
Oh, I like everything. Yeah, it's all beautiful. At least until the kids come here. All right? Well, in general, it was comfortable. It was uncomfortable to work. You need to settle in first. It's hard to say right now. You know, kind of. I like it.
We just need a bit more, a bit more life, like curtains, for example.
Yeah, curtains, a TV. But of course you shouldn't clutter up the room too much either way.
I'm just thinking maybe, we could do something else here.
Maybe put a table here. Like how they used to put it against the wall. Or maybe just get a small round one. I would have told you.
A round table could work here.
But I think we could move one of the chairs out for now.
And there are 4 of you.
I kind of thought someone would just sit on the floor. Because Mila was with me for a long time.
Well, what do you think? I don't know. You see, again, a round table. Or just put one table here.
Just put a table and that's it. And then always eat here. Well, yeah, that's how it turns out. Because, that's kind of what we planned. Well, in the video and in the pictures, it's a bit of a different story. You see, it's good that I didn't fall to the floor. Well, then I think we can sing, and I'll put this little table over here. Yeah, you can put something on it. But the round one is better, right? Where?
But if you have a round table, it can be extended into an oval.
So what do you think? Yeah, oval tables, they save a bit of space.
They rotate.
And does the room rotate? Really? Yes.
They don't lock in place. The mechanism doesn't rotate 1, 2, 3. They do rotate. I mean, sometimes you can lock them in place, but not with these. It's just that when the renovation started, when I was ordering all this, I didn't know yet. I was building a house. And when we moved in, we bought a rotating table and got these kinds of chairs. Basically, they started doing this to me there. They spin around, they eat and spin. First to one side, then the other, and then they come over to me. I have exactly the same chairs, only ours are a different color. And I say, will you stop, or am I really going to lose it because I just can't take it anymore? Space. It's literally outer space. There's quite a lot of space there, and the chairs are set pretty far apart, so they can do that. It's pretty far apart.
There you go. Your figures are included in the model. Here. It's convenient, by the way. Right here, just like I wanted. This little coffee machine will fit here, or something like that. Yes. All of that has been taken into account.
Well, the coffee machine and the kettle go there, right? No, the coffee machine, the kettle. I also wanted to buy a small food processor, but a small one. It won't fit here. It won't fit? I also have outlets over here. No, well, if you buy a food processor, it doesn't have to be out all the time. What's up with this stone? If you put something hot on it, yeah, you just set it down and that's it. No, I'm just asking, because I have friends who need to be told 10 times what you can and can't do with this. And does the dishwasher open by itself? Yes, this one opens. We specifically chose it for that. It's very convenient because of that. It opens up. You know what the problem is with mine? Mine has a stopper that opens, but here it opens like this, does this movement. It slides out, just a little bit, kind of. No, here there's just one latch. Yeah. But basically, it does it like this, not like mine over there. It's big. Well, the main thing is just that it, And this is BIFO. By the way, I also had to watch the burning, but I just picked from what was there. It smells a bit. And the documents for the fridge, they're probably in the fridge, right?
Yeah.
What you don't want to? You just turn on the breaker and that's it. Here, mine won't be turned on automatically for now, until everything's sorted out. Well, until you move in. If anything, I can always call or text you. Of course. Everything is plugged into the outlet. Everything is already turned on because over there. And these drawers, you'll probably take off these stickers yourself, right?
Yes. Well, there should be something like, with what exactly?
Well, glasses aren't for everyday use. Put them up higher. Yes. But in general, there are a lot of these different shelves, you see. Well, this one's closed because there's plumbing inside. I know. And here, I just want to look at this drawer if you don't mind.
This one's for glasses and this one's for water.
It's convenient here. They're a bit high, the kids won't reach them. You don't really like it either? Vika can reach. And Vika will climb up with her knee and get up there. I think everything is secure here. These are for spices. See how small they are? Well, that's fine. Did you check the water there? Of course, everything. And what does this thing do? That's for dish soap. You press it and the soap comes out. Underneath where the sink opens up, there's a canister that unscrews. You pour it in there. You pour it in, yes, pour it in there. At first, you know what I thought? I thought it was, like those things in America. Like you throw everything in there and it grinds it up. I know. Kids really love to stick their fingers in there, and then getting them out is very expensive.
It's an expensive ordeal, but also very dangerous.
Yeah, you can just throw chicken bones in there and that's it. Chicken bones? Remember how we had that thing here? Well, here it's convenient for oil or something, sauces and such that you don't keep in the fridge, right? And that's convenient. I specifically wanted one big one, for spatulas, ladles, things like that. And there you can put the forks and knives somewhere. Yeah, you can put that one for knives. But I don't have magnesium, that's the whole story. There's no point in keeping it. You don't use it. What kind of jam? Oh, I don't know. What kind of jam? Yeah, ours is off. The circuit breaker is off. Let's turn it on and show it. We just turned it on right now. We just finished setting it up for the very first time. What's with these tiles? There seems to be a lot left over. These are the tiles that are over there. Look, there are 2 packs for the floor and 2 packs for the bathroom. We recommend keeping them just in case. You never know what might happen. Kids, for example, might drop something, or there could be a chip. Then you can replace them, or we can replace them for you. We just wanted to coordinate with you about one of the balconies since the wardrobe won't fit there. It's heavy. First of all, it's heavy. Look, as an option, here's what we could do. The old one doesn't make any noise. At least for now, it doesn't make any noise. She's just deaf. Do you really need those sofa storage things? Maybe we could put them in one of the beds. 1 pack weighs 32 kilograms. 4 packs is half a bed, that's 130 kilograms. No, that's not an option. It's a single item number, same manufacturer, shade. Yes, the shade, all of that. Maybe we could put it somewhere here then? No, that's fine. Maybe let's just bring it over there for now because, I think it might be better if we move it over there, just to be sure.
You can put it against the wall.
You wouldn't want something, right? Just lean it against the wall somehow. Yeah, right, and as for these, just let them be. I'll figure something out with them myself. If they're going to put tiles here, these will be left for me. You hear me? If they're going to put tiles here, then these need to be taken out of there now. You get it, right? And move them somewhere right away so they don't get in your way here.
Put the tiles in and then bring them back.
Well, only if it's over there. Let's do it that way. So, do I need to sign something for you?
Yes, just a moment.
The branch. If it's just lit up from the street in the evening, you can see everything.
That nothing at all is blocking the light. No curtains, lots of light.
Exactly.
Irina, could you say a few words for our clients, for the company? How was it working with us overall? How often?
It was comfortable to work because I wasn't constantly being bothered. I mean, like about every little thing, right? So that's it. Everything was basically fine, everything was okay.
During the whole renovation, how many times have you been here?
Well, the first time was when the measurements were taken.
For the design project, right?
Then one more time. Well, it just happened that I stopped by. Maybe 3 times in total. This is probably the 3rd time. When? Yes. The 3rd time. Other than that, everything was handled over the phone.
Was it convenient and comfortable to work remotely?
Comfortable? Well, yes, it's convenient.
Especially in Moscow, it really saves a lot of valuable time.
Yes. Well, in my opinion, yes. For me, it's convenient because running around and picking things out, like many people do when they renovate themselves, going places, buying tiles, choosing paint. Okay, choosing is one thing. Choosing is fine. And the way we chose, right? But you could also make a mistake, for example, with the sizes, right? And mismatched batches of wallpaper happen very often. And in general, your colleagues as well. I mean, the people I worked with on the furniture, on all of that, well, on the furniture, on the plumbing, they also worked pretty quickly overall.
Were they okay? Reasonable people?
Yes, if I didn't like one option, they'd find another and another, like if the price didn't match, for example. Right? Everyone has different preferences. Yeah, some people want a 30,000 ruble toilet, and some want one for 10,000. So basically, right? And here, I think maybe I could have saved on something, but based on the design project, well, it just didn't work out. So that's how it was. But overall, yes.
You don't regret it?
No.
Would you recommend us?
I'm actually recommending you to my younger sister.
Looks like there's a bit of a line forming. Well, I think we'll be able to find a slot for you. Of course.
Education. I don't know about the line, but still.
Well, Lesha was taking a look and supposedly...
The apartments, they're really on the far left, right? They haven't even handed over the keys yet, they're just not available. And there you basically have to build the walls. But I told her that the thing is, it's convenient. Yes, maybe in terms of money it's not 33 or whatever. Well, again,
it depends on what you can choose, as they say, whether you go for a certain budget or take something else, as they say.
Well, there were options for furniture.
From the latest collections, for example, right? There you can choose different options, so you look and adapt it for yourself. If you like it and the price suits you, it's already convenient.
What else? They also send you the full options. For example, options for tiles. Yes, several options. Well, for example, I had several tile options like that. The price of the matter. The price of the matter. The first option costs this much. The second one, we need this much tile. Here is your option. If you choose this tile, we'll calculate it for you. That's it. They calculated it for me and sent it over. So it's up to me. I can say I want something cheaper. I can say I want something more expensive. Everyone has their own preferences. Some people want a golden toilet, you know what I mean? So what's the point? For me, the main thing was that I wanted it to be bright and as minimal as possible, you know. So just like it's done in the kids' room, so there isn't all that clutter. Even in the bedroom, for example, right? Because sometimes people cram things in. Here's a bed, here's a nightstand, another nightstand, and then something else. So that kind of setup doesn't work for me. I still want it my way. Yes, I understand that maybe it's not as big an apartment as it could have been. But still. So with the kitchen too, we had to work with what we had at the time.
Yeah, the kitchen isn't very big. There's not much room to move around. But, you know, in the video, when they film it like this, right? I mean, I saw it on Instagram. I'm subscribed to you there, so I've seen it, right? Of course, well, it looks a bit different when you actually come in. But again, I could have made the sofa smaller. But it was my choice to have a sofa that goes along the whole wall, right? So that's just how it is here. What's the length of the sofa here? 3 meters?
I do have a document.
Well, it's probably 4 meters, actually.
Can you imagine what kind of sofa this is? You could throw some serious parties here. Honestly, I told the kids, no friends over, everyone out. No boys allowed. Well, as for the lighting. Again, some people want chandeliers. For example, I was made to clean those chandeliers so much as a kid that I just don't need that at all. I think the best option is, if something burns out, you just call someone, right? The bulbs there are probably replaceable.
Strips?
Strips. Well, this will also burn out eventually. You just replace the strips too. It's the same with the cabinets and mirrors. So for me, it was important. At first, we thought about just making a solid cabinet in the hallway, but then I realized I needed a mirror there. That's what I want. So you can make one solid door and one mirrored door. Yeah, what about those who can't fit it into their budget? I don't think all your renovations...
It's different for everyone, of course.
For some people, it's about the budget. Tastes differ.
Some people don't even want to put tiles on the floor, you know? But I figured that these thresholds, right? For example, the robot vacuum always gets stuck on these thresholds. Well, you know how it goes. Here, the robot vacuum, open the door for it.
It's convenient. And then laminate flooring is already becoming a thing of the past. Basically, if you have electric underfloor heating, then laminate isn't really necessary. It's better to use tile. First of all, it's more hygienic.
A lot of people tried to talk me out of it, saying it would be cold. Like I said, I wanted to have tile throughout the whole apartment. Oh, it'll be cold in winter. Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Unless someone walks around the house in felt boots.
No, just put on slippers. Put on socks.
There's the floor.
My kids also warned me about it, and I don't remember who I was messaging with from your company. He told me it'll eat up a lot of electricity because of, naturally they cranked it up and then it got really warm. The utility bills here aren't exactly low as it is. I said, well, you have to choose either socks or something else or tiles or just wear felt boots, right? What can I say? It's just that my kids are used to walking barefoot on the floor. That's normal.
Just keep the floor heating on the lowest setting.
Right now, I think it's comfortable. Outside, it's about 15 or 16 degrees. Well, I think that's all fine. So, what else? How about the outlets? We did them according to the plan, just the way we wanted. So, there are really no issues, no questions.
Overall, what's your impression? Is it positive?
Well, overall, my impression is positive, yes. Yes. And the fact that you immediately found any issues yourselves, like if the workers messed something up somewhere, you fixed it yourselves. That's a big plus, because sometimes you come in and it all starts.
Redoing things.
There's a problem here, a problem there. So, yeah, kind of like that. And then again, after that, well, you know, your warranty.
Is the warranty for a year?
There you go. Your warranty, I mean, it also kind of wins people over, because nowadays, if you hire any crew, I don't know, I think there aren't any Belarusians left at all. Only some others.
You hire them, they do the job. And then what? What happens after that?
They don't know how to work with these kinds of materials, right? I mean, paint, tile. They're used to just laying those Sabyanin curbs, and that's it. But here, you want to do a renovation and not have to worry about it for 10 years. Yes, and with the plumbing too. That's why I chose the best one, even if it's more expensive. I just don't want anything to go wrong anywhere.
They're considered really loose, actually.
Even yesterday, I was already looking forward to getting the keys. Basically, I went to ATB and thought I need to get insurance, otherwise some idiots might flood my place. Especially since it's not that expensive these days. I'm thinking of insuring the apartment because, well, that crazy guy might do something to me. It's that old lady, damn it. No one complained. No one came by.
There were neighbors, but we never got into any conflicts with anyone.
But everyone wanted to, really.
I just wanted that apartment. We were negotiating with her. I wanted to take the apartment from her and buy it out. I said, we'll buy you an apartment, that's it, you'll move there. She said, no, it's such a quiet building entrance here. Wait, that's just because you haven't moved in here yet. I'll make sure you have a quiet entrance.
An elderly woman, it's just that something about her is a bit unclear. No, her son and grandson live somewhere nearby, literally 5 minutes away on foot. But just look at what kind of apartment she has. So what if they even look at it from the street? They can't even put in plastic windows for the grandmother.
Are those from developer?
Yes, she still has the windows that came from the developer. I mean, if you look at her windows, the apartment is just a nightmare. Well, they could have at least done something.
The door opens. I don't know if you saw it or not.
They live well.
Yeah, a little soft felt boot.
A little wire. No. If you think about it, if they lived, say, in some 9-story building, but they actually live in a very nice elite house with a gated area. I know this building, she told me herself, and I know it because we've lived in this neighborhood for many years. There aren't that many elite residences like that around here. Next to the metro, they have this sort of slightly greenish area, like a little green zone. It's a nice building, too, with some kind of security, concierges. There's a gated area, underground parking, above-ground parking, a playground. And yet, they couldn't even manage to put proper windows in for their own grandmother. Well, it's sad, of course. But she didn't want it. We told her, let us buy them for you.
We offered her options in the area. No one else had offered her anything, not in Yuzhnoye Butovo or anywhere else.
Let's look at some options. She has a 1-bedroom apartment. Look, these are the options here, and over there, well, that could work too.
In the neighboring courtyard, there's a large family, and they have the same situation. So they already have 6. Yes, they have a block, and they've remodeled everything for themselves. I don't know, maybe the older kids don't live with their parents anymore, of course, but the point is, I also thought this was a good option. And, the plus is that this area would be mine. So I can have whatever door I want, because you can't really negotiate with her. She needs things exactly as they are. I changed the door, brought her the key, and said, Grandma, this is your new key. There's a new door there. Here's the new door. But she's kind of strange. I mean, she was already a bit odd about 15 years ago, and now I just don't know.
Well, it's age. What can you do? Well, that's basically it.
Thank you so much.